Dr. Conrad Murray, in essence, when you cut through all of it, is charged with not doing enough to protect and even save your brother's life. So where do things stand in the investigation? What do you think of how the investigation is progressing at this point?
Well, let me say that I have a great deal of faith in our judicial system as well as LAPD and, of course, the Deputy DA. I just think that I wish they would have taken Murray's license away. I wish that. But there's a lot of unanswered questions around Murray. I think he's changed his story a lot of times. And now he's talking about maybe my brother did it himself, which turns my stomach. But I think this goes beyond Murray even. I think Murray has a part in it, but I don't think he was acting alone.
You don't think he was acting alone?
No, I don't.
You care to elaborate on that?
Without saying too much, I started to question some of the people who were around my brother. And when you look at the environment around my brother leading up to his death, there's a lot of strange coincidences. He was very afraid for his life. He was threatened that his children would be taken away from him. He was threatened that his assets would be taken from him. He was threatened that they would take his home if he didn't do what was asked of him by the powers that be. Let's just say that.
I certainly want to explore that a bit more, but let's isolate one moment in that. What do you believe was Conrad Murray's role in Michael's death?
There are a lot of things that aren't quite clear about whether what he did, because he changes his story constantly. Now he's saying, one time he said, my brother did it to himself. And I thought that was crazy. Now he's saying that maybe he did a little bit and he wasn't the only one, somebody else did this to him. I think Murray does play a part in it. I think he does know more. I don't think he's telling the full truth. I think that will come out in the investigation.
Okay. Do you think he should be facing an enhanced charge beyond involuntary manslaughter?
Absolutely.
What would be appropriate in your mind?
Well, first of all, just because even the fact that they allow him to continue practicing. I mean, he's accused of
involuntary manslaughter.
Involuntary manslaughter with propofol, and to allow him to continue with this practice, I think is really not okay. And as the investigation unfolds, there'll be more that will come out.
Okay. Second-degree murder? Would that feel more appropriate to you?
First-degree murder would be appropriate.